Hey guys, this is Lorenzo here. So I'm playing Blood Bowl. Basically, to all of you who haven't heard of the game Blood Bowl, it's a game of American football where violence is highly encouraged between the players. It's set in the Warhammer universe, which means that it's got a huge variation in races, which you can see here, going from vampires to ogres to hobbits, which are the halflings. I'm just rolling a new team. Let's call them something fancy. They'd probably be quite good in purple, actually. Okay, we'll keep purple. So basically, sorry, it's been a while, hasn't it? I'm here deciding that I'm going to try and put some more videos on my channel, but of different games that aren't necessarily total war games. So here I am with Blood Bowl, which is the first one I'm going to try. You have to bear with it, it's a pretty long game, but I'll be playing online. So what we're going to do is we need a team motto now for Dark Elves. Each of these races have different stats and stuff. I'll talk about that, I'm sure, at some time, but for now we need to think of a motto. Something cheesy, something jokey, I don't know. Let's just put evil, because the is supposed to be evil. Our team with that name already exists. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Okay. Right. Let's see if that works. Nope, still taken. Okay, Reapers. That's a very sexy witch elf. There, doing her thing, trying not to get too into her. She'll probably get killed in the game. Soul... oh god, I don't remember how to make a team name with any originality. Let's try Soul Takers. Nope. Oh, this is good fun. I really have no idea. Blood and Soul. Okay, let's try that. Yes, okay, we got Blood and Soul, that's it. Right, so let's have a look what we got. Okay, so here we have the players you can buy. Dark Elves have available to them 5 different classes, each with slightly different stats and skills. See the blitzers there, got slightly harder movement. The basic one is the lineman, who's got... all elves have agility 4, and they have armor value 8, which is medium armor, and strength 3. So let's just try and have a look at what we can buy. First we want to buy ourselves at least 2 witch elves, because witch elves are awesome. Maybe a runner. 2 blitzers. These are the runners, as it says, a runner. But the dump off skill makes him... he means he can get rid of the ball if he's tackled. And Witch Elf is a sort of crazy blitzer sort of character, but she's lighter armoured. Dark Elves' idea of play is fast agility running plays with a bit of evil stabbing here and there. So just for the lols we'll have an assassin as well. So we've got 6 players and we need 11 at least. Okay, that's a team at least. So that's a team. And okay, and let's just have a quick look at the team in 3D. And there's our team. I'll explain what these do at some point. There you go. That's our team of scary elves. So, I guess, give me a minute, I'll find us a game. Not necessarily with this team, however, but I thought I'd show you the team setup anyway. Okay, welcome back. So I found myself a game, but it wasn't with our Dark Elves that we built. So welcome to Blood Bowl with the Norse this time. This is one of the other 21 races. Essentially, I have got a team of Vikings. That's what these guys are. They're humans built for fighting in light armour. I'm playing against a load of Egyptian tomb mummies team. So this should be an interesting matchup, actually. We're both similarly valued. So what have we got? So yeah, Blood Bowl. It's a pretty fun game, but it's a little complicated, so you'll have to bear with me if you don't understand all the rules. I'll try and explain them. But essentially, you're thinking American football, except a lot of teams do not take any heed of the ball until late game, or rather aren't in any interest of scoring it until the rest of the team is completely on the floor with several injuries. It's an interesting game. It really is quite good fun, but it's also a dice game, so I warn you, a lot of this is decided by dice, and if you're thinking about playing this game, be prepared to get very frustrated at the outcome of different dice rolls. So here we are, just loading. Okay, so welcome to the pitch. Looks like we're playing on a dwarven pitch. And you're seeing the two teams line up at the moment. There's my dears holding cheerleaders. My opponent is waiting for me, so I better get on with this. Right, I get to pick the toss result. I'll pick tails. And I get to pick which side, which I want to do. It's always usually better to get receiver, because it means you get the first few blows in. And against this team, which looks like it's going to be a nasty one, you think you might be in for a good game, because it looks like I'm about to get my ass handed to. Or actually no. Okay, he's got some pretty decent players. Right, so I'll just quickly go over the teams. At the moment, what you're looking at is his team. They're the Tomb Kings. They've got pretty awful agility. 2's 1 below average. The average is 3, which is the majority of mine. And pretty poor movement, which is the movement value. These are stats, by the way. But they're one of the few teams that can field 4 strength 5 characters, and strength 5 is extremely strong. My strongest player is strength 4. So that means he's got a significant strength advantage over me, but he hasn't got the agility advantage over me. We've both got some pretty poorly armoured characters. I'll quickly go over his. He's got Tomb Guardians, which are giant mummies, whereas big players, the ones with the strength 5. He's got Blitz Ras, which are attacking players with higher movement and higher combat skills, used for basically making attacks. And he's got Throw Ras, which are the throwing skeletons, pretty much useless. They really are. They can't throw the ball at all. And then he's got normal skeletons, which are pretty useless, but they don't die too easy. Right, so my team, I'm the Norse, which means I have lots of normal Vikings with good agility. Well, this one's got a 1-up agility, but these are linemen. And they're just the standard troops, and their Norse automatically come with good combat skills, because they're basically Vikings. But I've also got werewolves, which are stronger players with less good combat skills, but when they throw themselves at something, it usually goes away. Just thinking how to do this, really. And I've also got a thrower who's good at picking up the ball, and hopefully throwing it, though that doesn't always go to plan. I got these berserkers who have got good combat skills and are difficult to stop once they start going, and I've also got a runner who's that's a berserker. Why am I moving that? Yeah. And I've also got this runner who's a dodgy sort of. I've given him dodge, but he's designed for running upfield with the ball. So hopefully he'll do just that. So yeah, we can start off now. So everything is decided by dice in this game. It's a good laugh, because you'll get unlucky a lot of the time. He's kicking off now. Okay. He got high kick, but that doesn't really matter because the ball landing off field, which means that I get to pick a player to give it to. I'll give it to my thrower because he's the most capable of throwing the ball upfield to someone who's ready to receive. So we're going to start this off with some combat. So I want to basically, it'd be nice to do as much damage as I possibly could to his team. So I'm going to throw up some blocks here. That was 2 dice that you saw rolled. I'll explain that. But essentially I just knocked him down. Okay, so when you're attacking someone, you have equal strength or they've got assists. Basically, if it's 1-on-1, it measures up your strength and you get however many dice, or rather you get the die, 1 die if your strength is equal, 2 die if you're stronger, and 3 die if you're very much stronger. But I don't know what the cutoff point is, like 4 strength up, and you get that via assists. So for example, the reason our strength stats here are the same, but I have this guy assisting here because he's unhindered, so he can assist, which means I can land in a nice little block there and kick him down to the ground. Okay, these dice are supposed to mean both that I go down, so I don't want that. See, that block skill meant that the both down rule means I ignore that. It'll all make more sense. If you play the game, that's the best way to learn. I'll try and go through as much stuff as possible at the moment, but it's not always possible. Okay. So, thinking I want to push upfield. Now this guy is dauntless, which means he's very good at taking out bigger, larger things. He adds so much to it. He rolls a dice, and if he gets so much strength, he gets to push. Or sorry, he gets the same strength as them if he rolls a certain number on the dice, which isn't too hard for me. I think I needed a 2 or up, and so with this added assists, I got some damage done, or rather pushed him away. And so I think that's done for me. So that was the first round. Here we are on his round. His idea is probably going to be to injure as many of my players as possible, because that would be the most logical idea. Because I have very low armor value compared to his, or rather, compared to his higher things. I think we've got 2 armor values of 8 and the rest is 7, whereas he has 9 on each one of his strong guys and 8 on his blitz Ras. So, 6 is how many blitz Ras has he got? Yeah, 2. So he's got 6 players with armor value 8 or above. Sorry, 2 people with armor value 8 and 4 people with armor value 9. So he's going to want me to be kept tied down in combat with him. However, I'm probably going to try and pick my fights a bit better. Try and basically, if I can just outrun him, that would be great. If I can keep the play moving left to right field, then he shouldn't be able to catch me because he's skeletons and he just got up from the bed. Let's look at what our cheerleaders look like. Here are my beautiful ladies with the beer. They're cheering for me. And let's look at the equally beautiful skeletons. Aren't they wonderful? Yeah. Anyway, let's. He hasn't really done much on the field. He hasn't used a blitz. We get 1 movement and attack move per round. And then the rest of blocks you have to make from standing. So yeah, if you can hear commentators in the background, that's the commentators. Good laugh actually. Okay, I'm not quite sure why he's put that player there. Okay, but he had to use a reroll to knock him over, which is strange that he went for that reroll. But it seems to have paid off because I got KO'd. A lot of times he wouldn't have KO'd me there. I have Dauntless again, so I need to use a reroll to get it, and it failed. So my luck's not going particularly well at the moment. However, I do have the option, as in I could potentially push this player if I'm a little bit lucky off the edge. It's a bit of a risky game at the moment. Shoot, but I don't really have much choice. Yeah. Okay, I'll admit it's not looking amazing. Okay, so he makes the dodge and he's out. And wow, that did not do anything. Okay, so got a bit unlucky there. Having to just throw some random blocks out there just to sort of make myself a little less vulnerable than I currently am. And I'm going to make a risky block here. It pays off because I have block, which means I'm potentially far better in combat. So I'm going to pull back because he's getting worryingly close to everything that's going on. I just want to wait for a gap to open up which I can take advantage of. And at the moment that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to end the turn there. It's not looking bright for me though. He's got some good players with some good stats, and that's troubling. So here he's getting up his mummies. These mummies are really big pain because they're difficult to shake off, and this player's pretty lethal as well. I don't have any players with this mighty blow skill, which means that any damage done by him is probably more likely to actually hurt me, or injure or knock out me, as you saw with that thing. I think he's... So he knocked me down for a decent amount of damage, annoyingly. And he's getting a good few hits on me actually. I need to really start thinking about where I can put some players, as to quickly maybe go for a quick touchdown, but there doesn't seem to be any options at the moment. Maybe this player could make it if I get a bit lucky. He seems to have it pretty much down here. Okay, so my dodge skill means that roll of yellow dice with defender stumbles mean I can just step back when I would normally go down if I didn't have the dodge skill. Still not looking great. I'd love to blitz my way out of this, but there doesn't seem to be much chance. Doing that. I'm going to make the dodge out here. This should add an assist to this player. You can then do this. Hit that guy. And then we're going to go for an interesting play of... why does this guy keep failing his... I really need to use the reroll, annoyingly. Okay, well this time it paid off. And I knock him out at least. So that's a player of his knocked out. And I'm now going to run upfield. I'm currently without rerolls now, which is difficult, to say the least. And I could potentially throw it, but that's not looking highly probable either. Wow, this is really not going well. Right. So the next option I'm going to take is to put player here to try and stop them running straight past into my thrower. And then I'm going to have to risk this. And try and push him out of the way. And I luckily get him off my back at least for a little bit. So that's a start. Okay, I'm really taking a lot of risks here. Shouldn't be taking this many risks, but I don't have much choice. And that's called a double red, and it means I go down. Okay, so this isn't looking amazing. My thrower's looking particularly vulnerable. And my dice rolls haven't been great, but if I can get the ball up to him, he could potentially score a quick touchdown and it could be 1-0 up. But yeah, I think he knows what to do, in the sense that he needs to push this guy out of the way and then just charge him with this player and this player. Or rather, go in. I don't know whether that... Okay, yeah, that guy will make it, and he's going to blitz with this player. He's got a reroll. It's a bit of a pain I had to use so many rerolls on my Dauntless, which should work 2/3 of the time, but he's also put a player there to stop me catching the ball on the off chance he doesn't quite manage to bring me down. So here we should probably start expecting him to come marching upfield. I guess I should be glad I'm not entirely injured. Right, so this player is going to take another turn to get up. This one can get up immediately. Okay, so here comes the blitz. Is he going to make it? He hasn't knocked me down yet, but he has knocked me down now. But it's potentially quite hard for these players anyway to actually pick up the ball, which is what I'm hoping for. Although he's got a throw rara in range, which has sure hands, which means he gets to re-roll it. So I think there's a quarter chance he'll fail. He has to roll a 4+. But yeah, it's not looking amazing at the moment. I could do some sort of miracle a bit. His players are getting good hits on mine, and I'm not getting particularly any good hits on his. So here he comes to pick up the ball, and he achieves it, which is a real nuisance. Okay. This is where I need to think of something clever to do. Right, I'm going to get that player up, and I'm going to blitz with this one, and hopefully he won't slip up. And he managed to knock the ball out of the guy's hands, so that's a good start. Well, that was the wrong position to put him in. Okay. We want this guy up. Okay, we're going to go for a risky play, but if he can manage it, I've picked up the ball, I'm going to throw it to this berserker up here, who catches it. Perfect. So that was a bit fluky, but I needed some luck at some point. So now I'm going to charge upfield, and there's not much you can do about it. He won't be in range. This is a throw raw, so it's unlikely to catch me. Hoping that should get me a goal. Though it's not always as sure cut as that. We want to keep that guy up there. Okay, so that's a start. We have the ball upfield, and my berserker is set to score. He could potentially catch me, but even then, I should be able to get players upfield quicker than he can. Okay, so he's managed to knock down yet another player on the floor. A lot of my players seem to be spending a lot of time on the floor. This lineman made a pretty good throw. The reason he could do that so well was his agility 4 stat, which means he's better at passing, catching, and dodging. His most logical... he could blitz with this player, but the chances of him actually knocking me... Oh, no. Okay, well, I just got injured. My berserker just got injured. So I'm now a player down. Well, 2 players down on the pitch, which is unfortunate. Okay, so he managed to hit me. And he's going to then probably set up in front of me. I would imagine, to try and stop me just pushing straight through him, but I should be able to counter this player. Okay, so there he is. He's sat there. Though this player might be able to move there, which is absolute pain. If I had rerolls, I'd feel a lot more confident about what I was about to. That I was about to do something useful here, but at the moment it's not looking amazing. And he rolls a red dice, so at least that's something in my favour. Right, first things first, we need this player up. Need all the players up, really. It makes sense to go for the quick touchdown at the moment. Yet I can't manage to actually get rid of any of his players. Which means I'm going to have to take the risk. I had a reroll, as I said. But I don't, but it plays off anyway, and I'm going to make the touchdown by shoving him out of the row and taking it. And there we go, that's a touchdown. That is scrappy as, but it's Blood Bowl, and I'm not basically enjoying the most easy of games at the moment. His players don't have a chance to get up. Oh wait, his player does get up. That one that got knocked out did get up, and my knocked out player did up. So it's 11 men of his. It's against 10 of mine. So setting up, I've now got to defend the ball. I've got to make sure he doesn't score this round, because his Tomb Kings are strong players, but they can't do anything particularly fast. So if I can be 1-0 up by the end of the half, it should give me a significant possibility, even if I lose a couple of players, that I'll be 1-1 by the end of the second half and it'll end up a draw. Though I'm not happy with a draw. I'd rather be in a draw position than in a loss position. So the main issues to my team at the moment is his Blitzerer and his Tomb Guardian, which both have Mighty Blow and make them particularly dangerous to my low armoured players. Mighty Blow means they will lose 1 off the armour roll when they try to get an armour save, and as you can see, mine are already lower on the armour. And they also are more likely to get injured by rolling. It adds 1 to the injury roll, which is 2 dice. So yeah, it's not looking amazing, but we'll see what comes up. Basically, I want him to be as delayed as possible at the back, trying to pick up this ball, which isn't rare. And he just lost -1 on the passing rolls because of the weather. Okay, so he has to actually pick up that ball, which is the first problem for him, because even with sure hands, there's a 1/4 chance that he's going to fail to pick up the ball. Again, his Blitzerer is going to do the same thing as he did before, and achieve something, but not actually knock me off the pitch. Sorry, knock me out as he did last time. Now he should have the manpower and the strength to just completely push through here, this middle half. But what I'm quite tempted to do is, if possible, just completely run down the pitch and try and close him down and go for a cheeky second goal. Okay, so Mighty Blow again puts one of my players out for the next turn, which isn't great, because I could do with all these players assisting. Yep, then lands another hit, which injures me on one of my better players. It's not looking good. But we'll go for a cheeky goal anyway. Okay, yeah, so I'm not sure why he did that. But oh, I see. Okay, he managed to pick up the ball anyway. And I rolled an awful roll. I'm not really sure how to react to that, but There goes my on the 2-die block to roll that. It's not uncommon, but it's not helpful. That's why it would have been nice to have some rerolls at the beginning, but yeah. Okay, we're going to have to get pretty fluky if we're going to have any remote chance of winning this. Yep, and he's cruising down that flank and knocks me out. This is the main thing with Blood Bowl. If you have a low armor value team, you're probably likely to lose in the long run. Especially since most players will play with Mighty Blow and any other sort of armor breaking stats, which is a pain. But anyway, we can still at least attempt to stop this man, stop this guy scoring. However unlikely it is. But yeah, 2 men down isn't amazing, especially when they're 2 of my better players. Okay, so now it's my go, and it's not looking great. However, at the moment, he's still got to throw it and catch it, which isn't likely for any of his players. I'm going to try and use his jump up skill, which works. If he fails this. Nope, he doesn't. Right, so I'm at least out in the open now. Makes sense to just go this direction on the dodge, but he's likely to stop me. I'm not really sure what to do here. I guess close down this player and hope he doesn't screw up the dodge, which he luckily didn't. He's got the dodge skill to stop him. Then push this character up here, even though he's probably not going to make it. Yep, stumbles. We're just waiting to see him play his move. He's only got 2 turns here, so he's got to make some kind of throw or pass, or just either run it up. But even if he tries to run it up, he's not actually in range yet. So he might try and pass it onto this player. But again, the player's got to catch it, and it might be possible. Well, it is possible. It's about half chance. But stranger things have happened. But I should have an opportunity to stop him at some point. What I'm hoping is he tries to knock this guy down and doesn't quite manage it, in which case this guy could dodge out and push him back. And maybe stop him from scoring. There you go. Doesn't manage it, he's got dodge. Now I should be able to go and push on him. That is, of course, if he doesn't put a player there or such, but you've got to be careful because I could attack with any of these players. This player is unlikely to be on the receiving end of any ball. Okay, so he fucked up there and had to use a reroll. But he's alright to do that because he's still got 2 rerolls in hand. It's not looking amazing. Hopefully that should stop his passing rolls a bit. I want to get as many of these players up as possible, just for the sake of it. There's no easy way of doing this, annoyingly. So what we're going to do is we're going to just push and hope I don't get a red die, which would be a 1, which I don't. So that's a good start. At least putting pressure on him. Move this player around to here, just to see if I can block off his blitzer. And then maybe just make some attacks on the off chance that I'll actually get some injuries. It's a bit annoying, but... Okay, so his turn, final turn of the half, he has to score to make it 1-1. His logical choice would be to attack this guy and try and knock him out of the, away from him, so he could go up and maybe he can blitz with this player to except he's going to try and pass the ball, I assume, this player, which is an interesting choice to say the least, because he will have a hard time catching it and he will have a hard time throwing it. And I thought he'd do a handoff where he goes right next to the player and just hands him the ball, but he doesn't seem to want to do that, so here we go. This is the moment of truth, whether it'll work. These, the fact that he's making other blocks around the place means that he's not relying too hard on actually scoring this. He actually sadly managed to get this guy out of the way, so this guy can now move all the way up to here and make the pass. But again, I'm not sure. Although actually, no, he could do the just handoff still. Here he goes. No, he scored with it. That's a win. A good goal by him though. So now I'm 2 players down, it's 1-1, which isn't... So we're at half time, and I'm getting horrifically decent on. He gets to receive the ball this time round. At least I got my player up. So yeah, this should be interesting. Now it's going to take some serious luck from me, or bad luck on his half, or just general play would be nice to see me win this. And I don't think it's going to happen at this rate. I won't judge. Right. I have to admit, I didn't see those throw rars running that far. I don't usually play this team. In fact, I don't have a Tomb Guardians team, which means that I'm used to them. I would assume they were slow like the rest of Skeletons, but they're not actually. Those throw rars aren't as slow as they look. So, what I'd say is going to happen now, with 2 players down, is going to be able to cruise over me while beating up my players and finish off the game for 2-1. Doing casually slow, and he won't let me have another chance to score. So unless some miracle happens and the dice goes my way, which doesn't seem to have gone, because basically each kickoff you get the dice rolls and certain things happen. He got quick snap, which means he can now move all his players 1 square forward. Sadly means he can move them into direct contact with my players, which is a pain, because that's the last place I want them to be. So yeah, he's thoroughly in with my players. I'm 9 players to his 11. Overall, it's not looking amazing, but this might be the time for. He keeps getting that roll. Yep. That's nasty. I'm tempted to use my apothecary, but I'm now another player down. But the thing is, if I get a worse injury on one of my preferred players, I can't heal it, so a badly hurt will only mean he's out for the game, not for the next match. But his Mighty Blow players are really pulling off some good hits on me, and it's really making it tricky for me to do anything. I'm sort of relying mostly on this runner, because if he can make some nice hits, there you go, that's another player on the floor for another turn. I have no idea really what to do at this point. My only idea is possibly sneaking this runner, somehow grab the ball, make it upfield, survive long enough to score a touchdown, and then I might be able to finish this 2-2, but at the moment it looks like it's going to end 2-2. Sorry, 2-2. 2-2. I'm going to say this. It's going to end up 2-1. He's not managed to damage too many of my players. The thing is, Nords are generally quite a good team because they're all their players start with block. It means in combat they're far less likely to completely cock up. But my players have nonetheless cocked up quite a few times. There you go. That's why they're not particularly good at picking up the ball. Okay, so we don't have much choice here, which means it leads me to take some drastic measures, and that's one of the things which is an absolute pain, because I needed to push him up there, but that really is a pain. I needed to get at least a push or something just to get him out of the way, and I managed to waste a reroll and do that. So I literally have no choice but to I don't really know what to do. That really does screw me up a bit. I'm going to try and make the dodges through him, which works, believe it or not. And I managed to push him out of the way. So I'm going to contest for this ball. That's my best play here, is to try and get the ball off him, and then just try and make a run for it. If I can make that cheeky run, then there's a small chance I pick up the ball and make it away, but I still need a long way to go, and I need to get out of this player's reach, which isn't going to happen. Would have liked to put an extra player there, but I'm 3 players down, so I'm going to have to make a run for it, even though I could trip. But I don't, and so I'm away. So he can still potentially hit me, but hopefully it'll cost him something. Okay, so here's his player. He's going to move him there and probably him up to there. What we can hope for is this player to fail one of his go for it rolls. What we can hope for is that he completely screws up, but he's unlikely to do that. He has to make 2 go for it rolls. He's failed 1, he's got to re-roll, and it doesn't kill me. So I'm actually have a decent chance of making it out alive here. All this player needs to do is make a dodge and run for it. So we could be at 2-1. 2-1's Lorenzo here. Of course that does still means I'm 3 players down, but all it means is I just got a cheeky hit him. That should mean I should be able to pull off a draw, which I'd be happy with. 3 players down, Norse team. Looks like I'm going to be losing a lot more players. A draw is really not too bad at all. I mean, Norse have the capabilities to win, it just matters what dice you roll. Oh, and I could do with this player up. Okay, so yeah, he's just handing me my arse at the moment. Even my werewolves, who are my stronger characters, they just haven't put up a fight this game. Not a little one at all. Now I could potentially... There you go, he's fouling me. You missed that. But he got all these players round and sat there and fouled me. Sometimes the ref, this little goblin guy, will object to fouling. And be like, no, you can't do that. But this time he didn't. So I'm wrestled to the ground, and I literally have nothing left to do. Now I could potentially delay it an extra turn. But that's it's too risky, so I'm just going to literally go for the touchdown. He makes the dodge and he makes the touchdown. So that's 2-1 to me. Here's the replay. We've got a nice little run down the line. I'm sure this player's a little bit annoyed there that I managed that. I had to pull off some pretty good rolls to get that, but it's about time I got some luck. Okay, I'm 4 players down for the next few turns. That's going to be awkward. But that second goal puts me in a lot safer position, and it doesn't look like I'm going to lose as badly now. However, as you can see, I am severely lacking in players. There's really nothing stopping this player picking up the ball and rolling forward with it. But if he does that, I at least get a turn to respond. Oh, I've got an extra team roll. Okay, well that's something. So he goes, he's got 6 toes, so it's more than capable. However, it would be nice if he didn't manage to pick up the ball a couple of times. That would really be beautiful. And if by some miracle he managed to pick up the ball and lob it downfield at some point. And he doesn't manage to knock down this player, so that's a start. Basically, oh, I forgot to explain SPP. Right, for scoring touchdowns you get SPP, for doing injuries you get SPP, and SPP is star player points, which is like XP, and it means that when you go up a level you get like a little, you can pick a skill, which is again slightly based on dice, which sort of area of skill you can go for, but this player is a level 2, but he will be up to level 3 after this match, and he's got dodge, which means he can dodge easy, which I gave him. This player has got an extra movement speed, so that was how far he can run in a turn, which is quite useful for a runner. And he's also got dodge, which means, as you've seen before, is extremely useful to have. Okay, he screwed that up, and he screwed that up again, so actually, that went my way. That's a good start. Right, so what I'm thinking is if we can somehow bring the fight up this way, then we can as much, you can make it as difficult as possible for him to actually pull off, pick up the ball and go for the touchdown. So, things I really want to get rid of that player. Okay, let's try something cocky here. If it works, it'll be great. So this guy's dauntless, so he can technically take on bigger things than him. That wasn't perfect, but he does manage to push this guy off the ball, onto the ball rather, and it doesn't actually do anything particularly great. So instead, I'm going to keep the presence up on here, and I'm just going to try and knock out. Nope, I'm rolling red dice everywhere. Okay, so that's not great. But he didn't pick up the ball anyway last time, so it's okay. Sorry, if you can hear clicking, I've picked up a pen and started clicking. Right. It's the intense amount of concentration that's going on here. Ah, I guess you guys are probably wondering why I haven't posted any Rome Total War videos or anything. Well, I'm not going to. Well, you should know that I retired from the Rome Total War field. And basically, I feel like now I'm going to do some lighter, sort of less dedicated videos to just a single game. I'm going to do videos of me playing a range of games, which this one is start off. Though Blood Bowl, I might go and do other games if people want them, because I've got quite a few teams. And though this is one of my favourite teams, and I'm not particularly playing like it is at the moment, this, you know, it's a good game. I'm going slightly off topic. Anyway, point is, I'll probably try and bring you a few more videos in the next few. Again, I'm now down 5 minutes. A few more videos in time, but at the moment I'm just trying to basically take it easy, break it in a bit. Maybe you'll enjoy these, maybe it'll pick up new audiences, I don't know. But whether Rome Total War fans are into this sort of thing, you can tell me. But at the moment, I'm just trying things out, really. And it gives me something to do. Okay, so he's gone to pick up the ball and has failed. So that's good. I'm trying to think of what to do here, really. There's not an amazing... I don't have like a singular master plan here, which is probably my main issue. I am going to try and just be cocky again. And it pays off, I think. Yep. I pick up the ball. And let's see if I can run away with it again. Ah, oh, fails the pickup. Okay, but this is good. It's delaying the player. He's having issues actually picking up the ball. And actually, if we keep playing like this, if this runner can keep doing what he's doing, he might struggle to actually score. Which would be brilliant, because that means I win 2-1. Here comes his mummy, which fails to knock me down. Again. Nope. No dice, my friend. If I can just get some reinforcements into this area, that would be great. But essentially, he has to get up, pick up the ball, and I assume he's going to win this, he's got to try and throw it to someone. I assume this player here would be the most logical option. But because of the weather, which is extremely sunny or something like that, he actually is going to have issues passing the ball at all. And my dodge is paying off on my berserker, who's just not going down. The mummy's coming to support the centre. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to make it 3-2 now, which is brilliant news. But on the other hand, he could potentially go for this player and catch it and stuff. But I'm not too worried about that right now. If that comes to it, I might be able to make some dodges across field and hope for the best. Okay, so here he goes. I assume all he's got left to do is try and play that ball. The most likely thing is he'd try and pick it up, put it as close to... Okay, I was about to say he'd probably go for that player, but he doesn't seem to want to do it. I guess he's not going for the win, he's going for the draw, and he'll settle for a draw, which is a bit depressing. Just I'd be a bit upset. I would really love to find out a way of getting past this guy. Again, I could try something cocky like that. If he manages it again, that would be pretty awesome. So let's go for it. Oh, he doesn't quite make it. Failed as it dodges. That's alright. I want to see how this player reacts to this now, because he's got 3 turns to score two goals if he wants to win. And if I somehow block him if he tries to score his 1 goal, it's over. And I can take the gold, as it were. But he is pushing up the field now, so I have stuff to worry about. And I'm out of re-rolls again, because I've been wasting them. He scores a decent hit on this. Ouch, another injury. But it's only badly hurt, so I'll take that. As you can see, it's not looking amazing on my side. I've got, hold on, there you go, 4 players injured and 2 players knocked out. Now this is perfectly normal for a Norse team to have that sort of line up on the bench, but it's still a bit depressing sometimes. Now I really want to get this. It would be wonderful to see him fail to actually get that ball, get this touchdown just because. But I think he's trying to put me. If he was gonna, this is the problem. Too many people settle for a 3-2. Sorry, 2-2 draw over the chance of a 3-2 win. I find that playing online, you play a lot of people who play really heavy, punchy builds where they sort of annihilate the enemy team, but they're not too bothered about winning the actual game. They really aren't. They just seem to be focused on making those. How do I put it? Oh, I think he's going to go for an injury on this guy. He manages it. I'm actually going to heal that. Actually, that was completely pointless. Okay, so I just want to stop this guy now. I really have no desire to actually. I'm quite a few people down, but I need to just throw stuff at him to try and stop him scoring. And if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. So I'm gonna start doing stuff like this, which is really risky, but at the same time, I might be able to get away with it. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, most people in this game, you can't actually rely on them to play a passing game or play for the win. A lot of them will just settle for a draw. It's a bit of a pain. Okay, so yeah, there is no chance of him getting a win out of this now, really. None of his players are in range of scoring, apart from maybe this one, so unless he wanted to throw to the guy, which would be probably a really unwise move, because he's not likely to catch. He's got to run downfield. Now he should be able to just do sort of that, and then hope I don't manage to dodge out, I assume. Or maybe, I don't know, he could also attack with this guy. It's all a bit up in the air at the moment. If I can stop this guy, I'm going to have a little celebration. But you can't really do too much when you've got 5 players on the field. One of them is sort of very much downed on the floor here. So here he goes, he's going for the run. And here comes the blitz. If he doesn't manage to blitz this, yeah, okay, he's managed to blitz it now. And he's fully knocked out, which is absolute pain. Now, I'm trying to think of how I could get players to come in and get the ball off him, but I'm a little lost in how that would happen. I might be relying on this player to work miracles. Yep, here he is, still stamping on me over there. It is literally up to this player. And you have to score a goddamn good hit to properly put this guy out. Okay, so I fluked the dodge with this player. Now I've got to just go for the one. Come on, you can do this, buddy. Oh, he fails it. Okay, so it's going to end 2-2 unless this guy's an absolute idiot and keeps blocking and then gets really, really unlucky. But it's more likely that every good Blood Bowl player should know that when you finish it, you finish it. So when you've got the chance to finish it, at least you should finish it. Except he seems to want to continue on. So what we're hoping is he rolls 3 dice on a red block and then re-rolls it and fails. But he doesn't. So sadly that's off the board. But yeah, game's slightly laggy. Right, hopefully back for a less laggy game. Okay, so his pro rolls just scored. That's 2-2. Not a particularly... He could have won this, but I got my touchdown, and that's what matters. And I've got 2 players up. Now, never say never. There is a kickoff roll, which draws the game back 1 turn. Now I can't score in 1 turn, I've only got 1 turn. But if the game gets drawn back an extra turn, then I can potentially win it. So I'm going to, at least as I've got nothing else to lose, I'm going to go for that sort of thing and say, well, if I've got an extra turn, I'll take it. If not, then we can, doesn't matter, but for the moment, otherwise, might as well assume. There's no point just surrendering like that, is what I'm trying to say. So here we go, let's see what the kickoff brings. I mean, even then, its passing is not too great. No, it's throw a rock. Okay, so enraged fans threw a rock, and they managed to hit my bloody runner. So, it's going to end a 2-2 draw, essentially. Which is fine. I can't really complain. That's actually a very good result for me. All I am going to do is I'm going to make as many little blocks as possible, just in case I get SPP out of it. Unless they're skeletons, and he's been injuring me, I see it's fair. I'm going to actually go for the frenzy on the basis that I can achieve that and get a 2-die block on this player. Ah, an injury, there you go, that's why you play it. Now he's got 2+2 SPP. Okay, let's just tell him well played. I'm sure he's not particularly happy with himself about this whole situation. He says, good game, I make the pass, that's an extra SPP, just for the sake of having SPP. So, let's have a look. Okay, he gained, and that's the end of the game. So, Yes, I realise that was a long game. But we're still going. Let's just have a quick look at the results and I'll show you the team once it's come up. So we both gained fan factor for giving a 20 out of 20 match, which is what the ratings was. I had 37% of the ball possession, he had 33%, which doesn't. So a lot of it must have been lying on the ground, is what it's trying to say. He played. It was mostly played in my half, it seems. But anyway, so that was good. That's something. Let's go have a look at the players. So my Berserker went up a level, and I didn't lose any players, which is the main thing, because that's the problem in multiplayer. If you lose players, you're in trouble. So I've got dodge, I've got block front. Ooh. Okay, so I just rolled a double. So I can play a strength build. So I'm going to give him. These are all the skills you can get. You got strength, passing, agility, general. Strength is usually how I play my berserkers because they're good, strong players to have. So I might give him Mighty Blow because it's nice to have that power on my team as well. So yeah, no, that was an interesting game. Here's my team, the Scotsmen. I guess thanks for watching, and all I can say is if you are interested in this game, I'd check it out because it's worth a look. And I think it's about 25 quid at the moment, but if it goes on deal on Steam, I strongly suggest you buy it. It's a good game for those strategy people who like to also play dice game. So this is Lorenzo, and I guess thanks for watching, I suppose, my first Blood Bowl game, and post in the comments section if you what kind of other games, if you know Blood Bowl, which races you'd like to see. Although I'm not necessarily going to fulfill any requests, but I'll see if I've got a team out there which fills that in. If you have any questions about Blood Bowl, you can always just message me on the comment section. Sorry, on the just anywhere on my channel, and you can I'll tell you what you need to know. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.